Welcome back to the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex. We are here for the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships 2026. And we have reached the finals. We've had heats during the day and now we are here for the main event, and we'll be starting off with the girls under 11 50 meter breaststroke. Of course, the meet record is at 43 seconds 51 micros. That was set in 2024 by S. Maheli Navitma. And here's the lineup for the girls under 11 50 meter breaststroke. In lane number 1, we'll be having B. V.T. Beneragama, lane 2, T. Abhimani Yatavara, lane 3, Savindhya De Silva, lane 4, S.D. Abesekara, lane 5, Minuti Binaya, lane 6, Bonara Hevagama, lane 7, W.W.R. Tarunadi, and lane 8, Ariza Jayasekara. And I am joined in the comm box here today by Laksisi. A very good evening.
Good evening, Dalan. Good evening to everyone joining with us with session number 2 for the evening session of the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championship 2026. The girls under 11 50 meter breaststroke finals coming your way. When you look at the timings, of course, in the two golden lanes, Abesekara and Binaya. Abesekara 44.85 the timing, and Abesekara Binaya 46.39. So Abesekara, of course, with a good timing in that heat below, but anything can happen in the final as we begin the under 11 breaststroke girls final.
Of course, it will all depend on how the girls perform here with the finals. There will definitely be some nerves as well. These young girls, probably the first meet that they are taking part in, the first championship, and straight off the bat we can see that it's lane number 4 who has reached that 25 meter mark first and is marginally ahead, and that's Minuti Binaya who has the second best timing. It's SD Abesekara who has the best timing of 44 seconds. However, Minuti Binaya is edging past her, and it's Minuti Binaya who gets that first place, closely followed by lane number 5. Lane number 4, which is lane number 6, apologies, which is it's Vonara Hevagama. Of course, this is the excitement that these finals can bring. All of these swimmers, not a huge gap between them.
Yeah, basically started off really well. There was a huge gap between her and Minuti Binaya, but right at the end, Binaya did manage to catch up with her, but fortunately, the start that Abesekara got was a bit too good, and Binaya just didn't have enough time to catch up with her. And right now, the boys under 11 breaststroke finals: Paranavidana, Fernando, Tennakon, Ayusha, Fonseca, Lukmin, Panditaratna, and Akain Silva. Of course, Utum Ayusha in that lane number 4 with the best timing 44.89.
Some good underwaters by all these swimmers, and a good powerful stroke from lane number 4, Utum Ayusha, that's putting him in the lead. Lane number 8 with a very fast stroke rate. However, Utum Ayusha's power seems to be egging him on just marginally though. And as we reach the final few meters of this race, we see Utum Ayusha in lane number 4 just pulling forward ever so slightly, and it will be lane number 4 who reaches there first, very closely followed by lane numbers 5, 2 and 6. Also a tight race there. Very clearly Utum Ayusha in front, but then the tussle for the second and third places as well.
Ayusha once again, just like Abesekara in that previous final, with a very good start, and Ayusha making sure that he kept that lead and ended the event in style to win the first place. In lane number 3 and lane number 5, Netvindu and Fonseca did try to give him a good fight, but unfortunately Ayush was a bit too good And now the under 13 breaststroke finals, the girls one. Ferdinando, Tilagaratna, Vikramasuriya, Dias in that golden lane, lane number 4. Navitma, now this is a close one. The timing between lane number 4 and 5, Dias and Navitma, it's really, really close. And Vikramasinghe, Sanudya and Karnaratna completes the final lineup of the under 13 girls breaststroke event.
Of course, in these 50-meter sprints, it'll all depend on how much you can give here. There's no pacing involved. You just have to go for it. And these swimmers will be hoping that that initial adrenaline rush can get them some few extra strokes in, as they will fervently go for it from the whistle. And off they go. Good underwaters. Lane number 6 having the longest one, however. Lane number 5 just able to get that powerful strokes in and edge forward. Lane number 5 is the first to that 25-meter mark. However, we see lane number 4, which is Visakya Dias, slowly but surely edging forward, and this is a very, very tight race once again, Laksisi. And it does look like it's lane number 4, Visakya Dias, who gets there first, and it'll be lane number 5 and 3 who gets there second and third from where we stand. Huge smiles as Visakya Dias puts in a blistering effort to get there.
Visakya Dias was really, really close between Dias and Navitma. But Dias, I believe, in the second half or the latter part of that race, just dominated a bit too much for Navitma to make a case to get that first place. So although the timing was very, very close between the two, Dias, it was a very comfortable win for her at the end.
And we'll be moving on to the boys under 13 50-meter breaststroke finals. And in lane 1, we'll be having MS Asmath, lane 2, DAT Mahanama, lane 3, Hansaka Sahasit, lane 4, WSD Sirivardhana, lane 5, Darish Sadis, lane 6, Gavesh Edrisinghe, lane 7, MAS Sandil, and lane 8, Dilusha Perumatantri. Keep your eye out for Darish Sadis and WSD Sirivardhana. Both of them have a chance of breaking this meet record last set in 2015 by Ovin Gamage, which is 37.08. So it will be interesting to see if they can actually best that here. And moving forward here is lane number 4, WSD Sirivardhana. Will he be able to get that first place and beat that meet record? It surely looks like it. In our unofficial timings, it looks like he got there in 34 seconds, which is brilliant. A decade-old record, it looks like, will be broken here today at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex.
Absolutely brilliant from Sirivardhana. What a race for him, what a final for him. He was always up ahead, Bilal, and it almost looked like that he was actually chasing the record rather than that first place. And I believe he has made a strong case to break that record. We'll have to wait and see until we get the official timings, but that certainly looks like a swim that probably got him the record.
And you have to feel for Darish Sadis also. He also definitely did beat that record according to our unofficial clock. However, he wasn't able to clinch first place here. And with that, we'll be moving on to the girls under 15 50-meter breaststrokes. And the lineup is as follows. In lane number 1, we'll be having O. Mindula Fernando, lane 2, Dunya Correra, lane 3, MAM Minagi, lane 4, Liara Di Soisa, lane 5, Nethuli Kodituaku, lane 6, R. Disali Lokuitana, lane 7, WS Kodipilli, and lane 8, IAU Atukorala. Brilliant underwaters there. Very, very tough competition in lane numbers 4, 5 and 6. All of them going neck to neck. Another very tight and interesting final it would prove. But in these last few meters, we have lane number 4 slightly edging forward. That's Liara Di Soisa. And it looks like it will be Liara Di Soisa who gets there once again. And once again, according to our unofficial clock, it does look like another meet record has fallen, and this was a meet record that was set way back in 2016 by Ramudi Samarakon. It was 35 seconds and 99 micros, and according to our clock, she got there at around 34 seconds. So will be interesting to see, of course. Once again, a reminder that this is the unofficial timings that we have, just to get an understanding of how fast they go. The official timings will be released in due course, but it definitely does look like Liara has put in a momentous shift to get that meet record and go down in history as the newest record holder.
So looks like we did see two back-to-back record-breaking swims, and right now it's the under 15 boys breaststroke final. And again in lane number 4, look at that gap, Bilal Yashinta, 34.37 the timing for him, and the next best timing in this event is 36.26, so that's almost 2 seconds. So let's see whether that will be the same case in the finals.
Yes, definitely, and like you did mention, Laxisi, lane number 4, Yashinta is in the lead as of right now, but giving a run for his money are the swimmers in lane numbers 5 and 6, but in this latter part of the race, edging forward is Yashinta very, very easily. And Laxisi, according to our clock, once again, it looks like another meet record has been broken.
As the age group goes up, it looks like nearly all of them are aiming for that record, Bilal. Yeah, I believe Yashinta probably didn't get the start he was looking for. It's a bit slow to get off, but in that second half of the race, he made it his own and made sure that he made a strong case to go for that record as well. Once again, we have to wait and see until we get the official timings, but for 3 races in a row now, it looks like that we did see record-breaking swims. It's really great to see this from all these youngsters, and for them to go back and watch this once again, I believe that's such a great thing, something that we have missed quite a lot when it comes to swimming. And this is the under 17 girls 50-meter breaststroke final. Naduli Gamage and Nikini Udari in lane number 4 and lane number 5. That will be the battle to watch out for. 37.80 and 37.93 respectively. It looks very, very close between 5 swimmers at the moment. It's a neck and neck battle between them. It's really, really hard to say who will walk away with the win in this one, Bilal.
Definitely, even in these last few meters, all of them, most of them at the same level, but it looks like it will be lane number 4 who gets there first, but the rest of the places we'll have to wait for official confirmation. Another scintillating race by these youngsters, and it's so exhilarating to see the effort that these young swimmers are putting in this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships.
And Aduli Gamage, right at the end, I believe, managed to clinch that first place over Nikini Udari. And the under 17 boys final is coming up in the breaststroke event. Now, these are some very good timings from them. Vinuka Dias 32.35. He is the person with the best timing coming into this final. But keep your eyes on lane number 3 and lane number 5 as well. They have managed to raise the timings of sub 33.50. But at the moment, it's Vinuka Dias who's in the first place. And it looks like he will make that first place his own. Giving a very good fight to him, as we mentioned, Taruk Ashan and Kalimulla. But Vinuka Dias. But right at the end, in lane number 6, Taruk Salgadu, he made a brilliant finish. He managed to get a brilliant finish in this event. It will be really interesting to see the replays, Bilal, because it was really, really close. Salgado, he was not even in the contest at the halfway mark, but right at the end, he made sure to give a very, very good fight to Vinuka Dias.
Definitely another very, very close race.
The replay, I believe Taruk Salgado actually managed to pull it off. We'll have to wait and see until the official results arrive.
That's exactly the type of excitement that these finals can bring. And we'll be swiftly moving on. Not a lot of time to focus. on the concluded races, as we'll be moving on to the girls under 20 50 meter breaststroke. And here's the lineup. In lane 1 we'll be having Ruby Livira, Ameshia De Silva, Sachini Gamage, Christina Perumal, SWC Vikramasinghe, Indu Minipathirana, Tanudi Chandrasena and Ohasi Utsara from lane numbers 1 through 8. And currently powering forward here, it is Christina Perumal in lane number 4 who has the best timing as well, and it will look like this will be a one-sided race for that first place. It will be Christina Perumal who gets there first, miles ahead, and in pretty good timing also. And it definitely does look like another meet record has been rewritten here at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex today.
Perumal really didn't have much of a competition from the rest. It was almost like the battle was actually between Perumal and the previous meet record. It was a very convincing run, a dominant swim from Perumal in the under 20 girls breaststroke 50 meter final.
With that, we'll be moving on to the boys under 20 50 meter breaststroke. Once again, all these youngsters will be giving it their all in these finals. They would have reserved some energy in the heats, but come the finals, they will be looking to clinch that gold medal. And alongside that medal, they will also be looking to get their name down in the history books. And a huge cheer from the crowd as they begin this race. Great underwaters from all these swimmers. Some fervent stroking as well, and some great technique from those in the golden lanes who are edging forward, and ever so slightly it looks like it's lane number 6, Qaid Farooq, who is close. However, in these final few meters, will he be broken? No, it does look like Qaid Farooq gets there first. He didn't have the best of timings in the heats. However, Qaid Farooq has managed to clinch that gold medal for himself. Of course, we'll have to wait for official confirmation, but from the looks of it, it does look like the young Peterite has been able to get glory to his school, has been able to bring glory to his school by clinching first place here in this boys under 20 50 meter breaststroke. These actually where you can see the great technique also that these youngsters have been honing ever since they started swimming. So it's great to see. And with that, we'll be moving on to the women's 20 and over 50 meter breaststroke. We'll be having VS Varsha in lane 3, Navanjana Sirivardhan in lane 4, and RMPD Ratnayaka in lane 5. VS Varsha representing the Kothalawal Defence University, Navanjana Sirivardhana, Kilawales Aquatics. It does look like there's a no-show, and it'll be just lane numbers 4 and 5, and comfortable lead here for lane number 4. That's Navanjana Sirivardhana representing Kilawale Aquatics. And coming in second, it's RMPD Ratnayaka representing the Sri Lanka Navy. Just a 2-horse race here. However, some very good timings once again. Definitely their personal bests as well.
And coming up next, we have the men's 20 and over 50 meter breaststroke final. And this is an event that will definitely you want to watch out for. Galagoda Pitia, Gihan De Silva, Anthony's and Chris Pavitra. Chris Pavitra with the best timing, 31.56. And Ranavira and Anthony's will certainly look to put up a fight against Chris Pavitra. So watch out for lanes 3, 4, 5 once again. Will it be Pavitra? Will we see Ranavira, Anthony? So maybe someone else coming into the party to take that first place away from Pavitra, because he's coming here with the best timing. And it's a very close race between Pavitra and Ranavira here. It's really hard to decide which one will walk away with the title, with the first place in the men's 20 and over. breaststroke finals. And right at the end, we can see that Anthony's is actually taking the lead a little bit. It's really close, but I feel that in lane number 5, Ranavira managed to seal that away from Anthony's and Pavitra both right at the end.
And it's not Ranavira who had the best timing. However, that's why you have these finals where these swimmers are able to compete against each other, push each other to greater lengths. And that's exactly the beauty of these finals also. And it definitely did look like it was Ranavira who got there first, despite not having the best timing in the heats also. And once again, what a treat we have been witness to. And with that, we will be done with the 50-meter breaststroke event. All of the events producing some very tight races and some record breakers as well. So what a privilege to call those also from up here in the commentary box.
So I believe coming up next we have the 200-meter backstroke finals. We will begin with the girls under 13 and the boys under 13 events. At the girls under 13 200-meter backstroke final, Binudi Hevagir, Anushi Jayasuriya, Yara Begunratna, Marianne Suryachi, Kiara Bandara, Shaya Amarsinga, Rishinu Kumarage and Hassan Lee Pereira. When you look at the timings, Mary Ann Suryarachi with the best timing, 2 minutes 45 seconds. The timing 2 minutes 45.85 seconds. Suryarachi's timing, and that's a huge difference when you compare that timing with the next two swimmers who got the best timing, Liara Begunratna and Kiara Bandar. But as Bilal mentioned earlier, when it comes to a final, it's a completely different cup of tea and anything can happen.
Looks like it will take a few moments for the swimmers to be marshaled in, and while the swimmers are being marshaled in, we'll be going for a quick commercial break and we'll be back with live action from the Papare.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නවමන්න සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැනක් ඉටීම් හිස්තැනක් ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැනක් 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුලු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 278ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
In the heart of Colombo, where pride is inherited and rivalries are written in history.
And he's out caught. That was a good catch.
This is not just another match. This is the battle for Luke Shield glory. Two giants, two legacies, one battle. Catch all the action live on the Papare 2, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com.
Schools Rugby is back. The Dialog Schools Rugby Knockouts 2026 ignites the season. Defending dreams or shattering rivals? Who's claiming glory in 2026? Watch the action live on Dialog Television, Dialog Play, and ThePapare.com. Schools Rugby Unleashed.
This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com. The biggest spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League, is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stomps your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Good technique.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews, and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාසික සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නවමන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැන TV හිස්තැන ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැන 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුළු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 270ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
In the heart of Colombo, where pride is inherited and rivalries are written in history.
And he's out caught. That was a good catch.
This is not just another match. This is the battle for Luke Shield glory. Two giants, two legacies, one battle. Catch all the action live on the Papare 2, Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
Schools Rugby is back. The Dialog Schools Rugby Knockouts 2026 ignites the season. Defending dreams or shattering rivals? Who's claiming glory in 2026? Watch the action live on Dialog Television, Dialog Play, and ThePapare.com. Schools Rugby Unleashed.
This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com. The biggest spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League, is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stops your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Good technique.
Elevate your game with the Papare. Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නවමන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැන TV හිස්තැන ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැන 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුළු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 268ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකාව ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
In the heart of Colombo, where pride is inherited and rivalries are written in history.
And it's out caught. That was a good catch.
This is not just another match. This is the battle for Luke Shield glory. Two giants, two legacies, one battle. Catch all the action live on the Papare 2, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com.
And we are back live here at the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex for the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships powered by HNB. Of course, we are moving on to the girls under 13 200-meter backstroke. And we saw some scintillating 50-meter breaststrokes. But however, in these 200-meter events, they will have to be a bit more calculated, bit more composed about how they approach this race. Of course, this is the girls under 13 lineup. In lane number 1, we'll be having Binudi Hevage in lane 2, Ranushi Jayasuriya lane 3, Liara Abegunaratna lane 4, K. Marian Suryarachi lane 5, Kiara Bandara lane 6, Ishaya Amarasinghe lane 7, Rishini Kumarage, and lane 8, V. Hansali Pereira.
We did see the official timings earlier before we went for that break. So Marian Suryarachi clearly with an advantage when it comes to the timings, but it's when it comes to a final, anything can happen. So watch out for lanes 3 and 5 especially. We did see a win from lane number 6 earlier as well. So anything can happen. That's the nature of these finals. But when it comes to 200 meters, Bilal, it's really important that they have to keep up the consistency. It's not like 50 meters. You have to make sure that there are 4 laps technically. So they have to make sure that they keep their composure. They need to be calm, and they need to make sure that they complete the full race. It's not just about keeping that momentum going for just 50 to 100 meters. You have to be very consistent and make sure that you pull off the whole 200 meters. That's the secret to winning this event.
Definitely couldn't have said it better. And of course, the turns off of the walls will also be crucial, especially in this under 13 category, where the technique will definitely triumph any fervent stroking. And straight ahead, we see some great underwater there by lane number 5. However, some tough competition given to lane number 5. It's Kiara Bandara from lane 4, K. Marian Suryarachi. Of course, the swimmers taking a consistent pace. They will be pacing themselves also and keeping track of their competitors as well. There's the turn. Great underwater kicks by lane number 4. That's Suryarachi, who is able to capitalize on that turn and get the benefit of it and go into the lead. And it will be Suryarachi who gets to that 25-meter mark first. However, after the end of this lap, they will have 100 meters more to go, and that third lap will be extremely crucial for these young swimmers. Right now, not a lot of no threat actually to lane numbers 4 and 5 from the rest of the swimmers. Lane number 4, it's Suryarachi once again. Gets the turn, powers on. Because this third lap is very crucial, because that's where the fatigue kicks in, and you'll have to power through that and go into that final lap as well. And right now, Suryarachi is doing a brilliant job of actually managing this entire race, and she reaches that first. She has been able to maintain a sizable lead as well. Some great technique off of that turn also.
As I mentioned earlier as well, Marian Suryarachi doing really well here. That consistency factor coming in. Kiara Bandara started off really well for the first 100 meters. She was right up there. But Marian Suryarachi, when it comes to the fitness levels and everything, I think she was better on the day. And Kiara Bandara, unfortunately, has to settle for the second place, while Marian Suryarachi will register that first place quite easily. Almost maybe a gap of 3 body lengths, we can say. A very comfortable win, 2 minutes 46.74 seconds.
And of course, that's the unofficial timing, and of course the meet record stands at 2 minutes 46.01 micros. That was the record set in 2019 by Buddhima Samadhi. So it will be interesting to see if Suryarachi is anywhere close to breaking that record. Of course, she's very close, but we'll have to wait for official confirmation. And what a swim that was by Suryarachi. It was also Kiara Bandara coming in second there. We'll have to wait and see for official confirmation regarding who comes in third. And with the conclusion of that girls under 13 200 meter backstroke, we'll be moving on to the boys under 13 200 meter backstroke. Similar meet records. The boys one also having a record of 2 minutes 46 seconds and 52 micros, and that was a record set last year by Chanul Ratnayaka. And here's the lineup. In lane 1 we'll be having Nehansa Veerakodi, lane 2 Jaden Pereira, Yasiru Jayadeva, Dasan Silva, Mark Jaden, Senut Sanuja, Dakesh Sahojit and Senen D. Alvis. Coach, keep your eyes out for Dasan Silva, who has the best timing so far of 2:54 and 51 micros.
In the earlier final, Bilal, Mary and Suryarachi had a 7-second lead over Kiara Bandara coming into the final, but this one looks a lot closer. Dasan Silva 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and Mark Jaden in lane number 5 2 minutes and 55 seconds, while Yasiru Jayadeva 2 minutes 56 seconds. So within 2 seconds we have the top 3 swimmers in this final, so this might very well be a lot closer than what we saw in that previous final.
Definitely, and these young swimmers will be quite grateful for the climate here as well, because they are usually marshaled into the tents out in the open. So that would mean that sometimes the unforgiving Kalambu sun will be a little too draining on them. However, we have some beautiful climate here today. A little bit of a cloud covering also, making sure the sun doesn't shine as brightly as it did these past few weeks. So that'll be something that these swimmers will be grateful for, as are we. And going into this second lap, some very, very tight performances. Slightly edging out is in lane number 8, Senan Di Alvis. However, ending that lead and coming to the fore are lane numbers 2, 3 and 5. It's actually lane number 3 and 5 who's off that board first, which is Yasiru Jayadeva and Mark Jaden. These are very, very tight contest once again, Laksisi.
It's very interesting to see Dasan Silva. He has fallen back and he's actually in the last place now. Not quite sure what the issue is with Dasan Silva. Maybe an injury, maybe, I'm not sure at really, but let's see, because we still do have around 75 to 80 meters to go in this final. Maybe we will see him making a comeback in the last few meters of this final. But at the moment, the race is between Yasiru Jayadeva and Mark Jaden. Very, very close. Jaden Pereira as well. Senut Sanuja also giving a very good fight to the top 2 spots as we go into the final lap of this boys under 13 200 meters backstroke final.
And it does look like Mark Jaden has been able to eke out a marginal lead here, and he'll be the first to get to that 25-meter mark. And these final few meters, it's lane number 3, who's Yasiru Jayadeva, who has taken the lead from lane number 5, and a very, very close call. This will be both of them going for it, and it looks like it will be lane number 3 who gets there first, very closely followed by lane numbers 5 and 2. You can see the frustration there from lane number 5, Mark Jaden, but Yasiru Jayadeva, what a performance.
And for the first time in this evening session, we have seen the lane number 4 contestant actually ending the race, taking the final place, coming into this final with the best timing during the heats. And Dasan Silva, really underperforming. Not quite sure what the reason is. You can see he's not even in the frame, but the rest of them, it was a very, very close race.
It did look like he was struggling a bit also, Laksisi. didn't look like the swimmer he was during the heats. However, he'll be moving on to the girls under 15 200 meter backstroke final. And here's the lineup. In lane number 1, we'll be having JTR Mendis. Lane 2, Inuli Senanayaka. Lane 3, Yenuli Mendis. Lane 4, Inuki Muthuhetti. Lane 5, Thinuli Dimel. Lane 6, Jitya Metananda. Lane 7, Mindi Sahansan. Lane 8, Setumi Kaluarachi. Once again, this will be a very, very close final. The meet record was set back in 2019 by Minagi Rupasinghe at 2 minutes 35 seconds and 88 micros. None of the swimmers have recorded a time close to that. The closest is by Inuki Muthuhetti in lane number 4, which is at 2:43, and the next fastest one is by Thinuli Dimel at 2:51. So Inuki has a very good chance of dominating this final, but we saw how in the previous one lane number 4 actually lagged behind, so it will be interesting to see how this one goes. But straight off the bat, Inuki Muthuhetti is decimating her competition. Everyone else very, very close, very, very neck and neck. However, Inuki miles ahead, but will be interesting to see if she can actually maintain this pace throughout, because she'll be having 150 meters more to go, and she's the first one off of the wall easily, might I add. Moving on, still Inuki in the lead. None of the others show any signs of closing up to her, or rather she doesn't show any sign of slowing down. Inuki Muthuhetti going for it. Will she be able to grasp that record as well? She certainly has shown that she's better than any of the competition here. She will be having 2 laps more. This race is all about Inuki. Everyone else very, very close. However, they will be looking to get second and third places, and a very, very interesting tussle for the second and third places as well. We are having huge competition in lane number 6, 5 and lane number 3 for that second and third places, which is Yenuli Mendis, Thinuli Dimel and Jitya Metananda. But right there, Inuki Muthuhetti is in the lead. She's almost finished this third lap, and she'll be going for that final one, and she'll be giving it her all here. On our clock, it's 2 minutes 6 seconds so far. Will she be able to get that meet record?
Inuki Muthuhetti, a comfortable lead for her at the moment. But in lane number 6, Jitya Metananda slightly trying to give a bit of a fight, but Inuki Muthuhetti just created that gap probably a bit too much for anyone else to catch up with, and looks like she will register this win quite easily, while Metananda will settle, taking the second place.
Muthuhetti, she has come very close, but she will not be able to come close to that meet record. However, what a performance this has been by her, decimating her opposition. She has come roaring in, making no mistake, and she knows the performance that she has put in, and she can definitely be proud of it. Here are the highlights. You can see this is all about Muthuhetti. And to take you through the boys under 15 200 meter backstroke, we'll be having Abid and Sitara.
The boys under 15 200 meter backstroke final. We have Jehan Sri Warnasinghe, Aken Insara, SS Abdul Rahman, Minuka Mihindukula Surya, Yehen Tennakon, Chanuga Veeraratna, Aaron Diseram and Chanul Ratnayaka.
very similar times in this final. I think all of them will be trying to pace this 200-meter backstroke well enough to their advantage and make sure they secure those top 3 positions.
Next, we have event number 126, the boys under 15 200-meter backstroke final.
Had some mouth-watering races so far. This one will definitely be the same. And we are off the blocks in the under 15 200-meter backstroke final. Lane number 4 pulls away and lane number 5 as well. Good underwater from most of these boys in the finals.
Very close here in the first 25 of this 200-meter backstroke. Lane number 1 slightly pulling ahead, but way too early to tell for these young athletes. Definitely trying to keep a steady pace and aim for that third 50 in this 200. Hopefully their turns also suffice and they hit all their underwaters, because that is the most important in this 200-meter backstroke.
Lane 4 and lane 5 take the lead into the first 50 meter. That's Minuka Mihindukulasuriya and Yehen Tennakon in lane number 1 as well. Jehan Srivarnasinghe putting in a lot of pressure. Crowds finding their voices here at the Sugathadasa.
Going into that third lap, we have lane number 1 and lane number 3 fighting for that first position. Equal battle by the lane numbers 3 and 5 for that second place, as well as lane number 7. The third lap, definitely the most crucial lap of this 200-meter backstroke. Lane 4 slightly pulling ahead. Lane number 1 may have gone a little too fast in that first 100. Lane number 7, Aaron pulling through in this third crucial 50 of this 200-meter backstroke. Going into that last 50 with all the entire adrenaline rush of this 200-meter final.
Coming up to the home stretch of this 200-meter finals in the backstroke. Lane number 4, Minuka Mihindukulasuriya in the lead. In lane number 1 we have Jehan Srivarnasinghe closely following in second place.
Very close between lane number 1 and lane number 7, as well as lane number 5 for that second position. Lane number 4 slightly ahead, securing his first place. Now passing that 25-meter mark.
It looks like Minuka Mihindukulasuriya may have just secured the top spot, but it's all there for Jehan Srivarnasinghe, Yehen Tennakon and Aaron Deserum to take in the third place. But it looks like in lane number 5 it's going to be Yehen Tennakon that takes the second. But the top honours in this under 15 200-meter backstroke final will be going the way of Mihindukulasuriya, and a very close tussle for third place. But there's the lad that wins the under 15 200-meter backstroke finals. So second 50 from Mihindukulasuriya is where he just started to pull away, and then in the home stretch he had it in the bag. Here's the starting lineup for the girls under 17 200-meter backstroke finals. Sandeumi Pereira, Sanuti Thabru, Senuki De Silva, Heshara De Silva, KTT Damsarani, Aheli Joseph, Tasita Mary and Dahami Belpage from Visakha Vidyalaya.
Event number 127, the girls under 17 200-meter backstroke final.
this girls under 17 200 meter backstroke record for the national age group championship is held by Kimiko Rahim back in 2014 with a timing of 2.22. None of the heats are anywhere close to this record, but you never know in this final whether they'll push through and cut a 20-second off their heat timing.
And we're off in the girls under 17 200 meter backstroke finals. Look out for lane number 4 and 5 who have the best seed timing, Heshara De Silva and KTT Damsarani. Approaching the first 25 meter. In lane number 5 we have KTT Damsarani, closely followed in lane number 3 by Senuki De Silva.
Going into that first tumble turn, crucial that they get the underwaters right. Certainly, since this is the final for this 200 meter backstroke. All three swimmers in the first three positions are pacing it at a very nice pace, going into that third 50 hopefully to play catch up.
Still nothing set in stone here. Race leader so far is KTT Damsarani, but closely following in lane number 3 and 4 Senuki De Silva and Heshara De Silva. First 100 meters done, now the important 100 meter to try and pull away and get ready for that home stretch, the last 50.
KTT Damsarani with a steady first place, but I think competing with her is lane numbers 3 and 4, giving her good competition to keep her pace up in this last closing the last 50 meters.
Damsarani now seems to have got a healthy lead, but you can never say in that last 50 it's do or die. A good tumble turn and a good underwater will bridge that gap in no time. Here they go, it's the last turn and the most crucial 50 meter in this 200 meter backstroke final.
Definitely, I think Heshara is trying to give a fight for this first place, and so is lane number 3, Senuki De Silva, trying to aim for that second place, giving her lane number 4 good competition coming to that last 25 of this 200 meter backstroke.
Keeping the same form right throughout and approaching the flag line. It looks like it's going to be Damsarani that's going to take this finals, and closely followed in second place is going to be in lane number 4 Heshara De Silva and Senuki De Silva in third place. That was a very interesting final, Sitara. Good swim right throughout the entire 200 meter from KTT Damsarani to win the girls under 17 200 meter backstroke finals.
I think the girls will be very happy with their timings, shaving off quite a few seconds, hitting 2:37 compared to their heats, which was in the 2:40s. So I think the girls will be very happy with their final swim.
The highlights of that swim. It was a well-paced swim from KTT Damsarani to win that event. And we move on to the next age group, or the next event rather, event 1 to 8, the boys under 17 200 meter backstroke finals. Savinda Pereira, M. Danish, Rion De Silva, Akalanka Nisal, Joel Darshana, Sulaiman Shihar, Disanayaka and MWK Devnuda. Pretty close prelim timings from Akalanka Nisal and Joel Darshana, both from St. Joseph's College. It's going to be a very, very tight one, Sitara.
I think the entire heat is a very close one, all within 5 seconds of each other, so hopefully they'll push through this 200 and give us a good show.
After the first day here at the 50th National Age Group, it's now time for these boys to shine in their finals. And it's go time in the boys under 17 200 meter backstroke final. The national age group meet record that they're chasing after is Andrew Abe Singh's record, set way back in 2006. All these boys will have that at the back of their minds. It's going to be a tall ask, but first things first, they need to try and get a good start and get ahead.
Definitely a strong start by our lane numbers 4s, 5s, but it's a very close call still. So I think we'll have to see throughout the race what these boys have to show for us. Going for their tumble turn, trying to take maximum advantage of their underwater kicks, coming out close to the 5 to 10 meter mark. Hitting a very steady pace is lane number 4, Akalanka Nisal of St. Joseph's College.
Slowly but surely pulling away. Akalanka Nisal here. Very good first 50 meter from him, really broke the pack early on. Into the third 50 here. It's Nisal in first place, and in second place it's M. Danish from Lyceum International School, Wattala.
Very close race for the second place. Lane numbers 5 and 6, Suleiman Shihar and Joel Darshan are giving a really good fight for the second place. Going into that last 50, I think they're all going to have to push to secure position on the podium. Akalanka Nisal hitting that touchpad for that final 50 of this 200 meter backstroke, followed closely by Suleiman Shihar, Joel Darshan.
Well, looks like Akalanka Nisal has got this finals in the bag, but it's a very, very close call for second place in lane number 7 and lane number 3.
Second place is definitely between Suleiman Shihar and M. Danish, but first place is definitely secured by Akalanka Nisal. And just like that, Akalanka Nisal takes first place and Suleiman Shihar coming in second and M. Danish coming in third.
A good swim from Akalanka Nisal, a record holder in the younger age groups. Remember seeing a record from him, I think it was in the under 15s. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it's in the under 15s in the 200 meter backstroke, and might have just bettered his timing in this under 17 finals in the 200 meter backstroke. Just, it was a very well paced race from Akalanka Nisal, wasn't it, Sitara? But then towards the end it was a tussle for the second.
Up next we have the girls under 20 200 meter backstroke final. In lane 1, Teresa Adams, Janitma Pereira, Devangi Higuala, A.M. Jayasinghe, Damsarini Senanayaka, Anjaya Thirukumar, Gishanya Sirivardhana and Pehansa Jituli.
ආරම්භ නිමිතයි සවංග 129 අරුදු 25 කාන්තා 286 අවසන් තරගය මන්දිරවන්ත මෙසේ මන්දිරවන්ත 1 ටෙසා ඇඩම්ස් කාන්තා විද්‍යාලය මන්දිරවන්ත 2 ජනිත්මා පෙරේරා ශ්‍රී ලංකා ගුවන් හමුදාව මන්දිරවන්ත 3 දෙවංගා හිල්වර හිල්වර විද්‍යාලය මන්දිරවන්ත 4 A.M. Jayasinghe, Sri Sumangala Balika Vidyalaya. Madhuranga 5, PSTS Damsarani, Arakshaka Vidyalaya. Madhuranga 6, Andrea Thirukumar, Kanta Vidyalaya. Madhuranga 7, Ishanya Sirivardhana, Mahanaya Kanta Vidyalaya Mahanwara. Madhuranga 8, A.H. Pehansa Jituli, Gautami Balika Vidyalaya.
The girls under 20 200 meter backstroke final that just got underway. Event number 129.
A.M. Jayasinghe with that amazing underwater getting that lead in the first 50, but a very close race by lane number 3 as well. Devanga Higul.
මෙම තරගයේ මුලම කාලය වාර්තා කිරීම 2016 වර්ෂයේ මිනිත්තු 2යි තත්පර 16යි
Going into the second 50, the girls will definitely want to make sure that they pace this accordingly and make full use of their underwaters. For the first place, definitely fight between lanes numbers 5 and 4, and coming in next are lane numbers 8 and 6.
It looks like it's going to be another close one, Sitara. This is a very good race so far.
Definitely Abid, AM Jayasingh is slowly but surely pulling in that first position, coming closely second by lane number 4, and as well as lane number 3 having a fight to come into that third lap with a secure position.
Going into the third quarter of this race, third 50 meter. Still keeping the stroke rate up, keeping those kicks going.
Damsarini pulling through in this third 50 of this 200-meter backstroke final, trying to secure her first place position. Definitely can see that the swimmers are getting slightly tired, considering the fact that they did swim this morning as well. I'm sure they are, but they know what comes in the swimming arena, and they know that they have to push through this last 50 to secure their podium position.
200 meter is always very demanding, and Damsarani Senanayaka seems to be taking the lead in. AM Jayasingh follows in suit in second place. And in third, it's Devanga Hingulwala. But it looks like this race is going to be Damsarani Senanayaka's as she keeps on gliding through the discolored waters of the Sugathadasa Swimming Complex.
The 100-meter butterfly event. Please report for marshal.
We're coming into that last 15 meters, and Devang is definitely giving Damsarani a good run in this last 15 meters, but I think Damsarani has this in the bag, and just like that, she touches the touchpad first, securing her first place position with a close second, while coming in third is Devanga Hingulwala, and coming in fourth will be Anja.
පස්වල තුනට ප්‍රථමව අවසන් වුවොත් ඔබට අවසන් තරඟ පැවැත්වීමට පැයක විවේක කාලයක් ලැබෙන අතර පස්වල තුන පසු
Replay of that final that was won by Damsarani Senanayaka. Wasn't the top seed going into this race, but just behind AM Jayasingh, and she managed to just peep her to win that finals. And we go on into the last the final race of the under 20s in the backstroke. Gunaratna Hassan Pereira, Vijay Sundara Pereira, Ekanayaka, Vihanga Mendes and Natisha making up the starting lineup in the boys under 20 200 meter backstroke.
Next, event number 130, the boys under 20 200 meter backstroke final.
And the boys under 20 200 meter backstroke is off. Taking full use of that underwater is lane number 5 coming out last. However, lane numbers 2 slightly pulling ahead, but it's way too early to tell in this 200 meters. coming into that first turn, crucial turn, have to make sure you've made the correct stroke count and you make complete advantage of your underwater kicks. And just like that, lane number 6 slightly coming out ahead of lane number 4, trying to go into that third 50 slightly ahead so that they can edge towards their pole position. However, he has a very good fight with Danusha Vijay.
The record holder in this event is Kavindra Nugavala, set way back in 2019. That's a 2:12.
Nidura Ekanayaka going into this third lap with a slight lead above his competitors, hoping to hold that, making sure he secures his first place position. Closely coming in second row is Danusha Vijay Sundara.
Lane number 6, it's Nidura Ekanayaka that seems to be taking a good grip in this 200-meter backstroke finals. Approaching the last 50 meter, it's the home stretch for him. In lane number 4, Danush Vijay Sundara.
Touching third was Kavisha Pereira. Hopefully he can hold that third position. However, lanes numbers 2 and 3, Idush Pereira and AF Hassan giving him a very good fight for that third place position.
Well, third position is the most hotly contested position so far in this 200-meter backstroke finals in the under-20s. But this race looks like it's going to be all Nidura Ekanayaka's to take as he wins the 200-meter backstroke. In second place coming is Danush Vijay Sundara.
Third place was very close to call for us, but I think it's between lane numbers 2 and 5, AF Hassan and Kavisha Pereira.
Well, one of the more hotly contested finals in this 200-meter backstroke. Here's a replay of that final. A very well-paced race from Nidura Ekanayaka in lane number 6. Came in as the third best seed in the preliminary heats, but managing to snap the victory in the final.
Up next we have the women 20 and over 200 meter backstroke. In lane 1 we have AHD Shashi Braba, in lane 2 Disanayaka, in lane 3 Navanjana Sivirivardhana, in lane 4 Dinali Karunadasa, in lane 5 De Silva, in 6 NHA De Silva, and in lane 7 Nishkananyaka.
And we're off in the women over 200 meter backstroke finals. The meet record is set by Ganga Senaviratna in 2023.
Very impressive underwater there by Nishkananyaka, slightly edging in that lane number 7 for the first position. However, coming close is lane number 2, is Disanayaka. But it's very early to tell in this 200 meter backstroke.
And in lane number 7, it's Nishkananyaka who hits the touchpad first. At the end of the first 50 meter, it's a very close call in the second place with lane number 2, 4 and 5.
Yes, I think it's between Dinali Karunadasa and Navanjana Sirivardhana, both swimming for KWA. So they definitely train together, so they must be used to racing each other as well.
Looks like a very healthy lead for Nishkananyaka in this race. There's the race leader for you on your screen.
Going into this third 50 of this 200, I'm sure Nishka wants to push through that and finish off this 200 with a very large lead.
Good underwater coming in through from Nanakara as well. Now in second place, lane number 4 seems to be pulling away. That's Dinali Karunadasa. But also there's close competition from her training partner, most probably Navanjana Sirivardhana.
Looks like this podium may be a killer whales all through. Nishka holding that first position and second position being fought by Navanjana and Dinali very closely. So it will definitely be up to the fourth 50 in this 200 meter backstroke.
Well, 150 meters up, 50 meters to go in this finals in the 200 meter backstroke. Nishka Nanakara pulling away, but now the girls from Killer Whale Aquatic seem to be fighting for positions on the podium here. It's a very, very healthy competition.
Definitely going into that last 25 meters. Nishka's lead slightly reducing. Navanjana and Dinali coming in to fight for that first position and second and third. Definitely like Killer Whale's podium, but I think Nishka may have secured her first place position passing that flag line, and coming in second will be very close between lane numbers 3 and 4 and way too close to third from here.
Nishka Nanakara wins the over 20 200 meter backstroke finals. We have a happy customer in the commentary box as well, one of her better friends back at Ladies College, winning that race. Nishka Nanakara right from the start. That was a very good race from her, but a very good race all round from all the girls who are representing Killer Whale Aquatic. The men's over 20 200 meter backstroke final. Tenu Ranasinghe, our good friend Gavin Karunanayaka, SR Hingulwala and PVP Hansaka. And all forces line up here. We have one boy from the Sri Lanka Air Force, one from the Sri Lanka Navy, and 2 in the middle lanes representing the soldiers, Sri Lanka Army. Off in the men's over 20 200 meter backstroke finals. It's going to be a 4-horse race here between Tenu Ranasinghe, Gavin Karunanayaka, Hingulwala and Hansaka. Karunanayaka going in with the best timing in the heats. Straight finals rather in this over 20 200 meter backstroke finals. At the end of the first 50 meter, it's Hingulwala that takes the lead. It's a very good underwater as well from him, within the limits allowed in the sport.
Coming in close is Gavin Karunayaka swimming for Sri Lanka Army with a close third with lane numbers 4 and 5.
Well, pulling away right now is Hingulwala representing Sri Lanka Army. Looks like the boys from the Army are going to be fighting for that first position. It's a very, very good underwater, very strong underwater from Gavin Karunanayaka.
Pulling through in this third 50 of this 200 meters, Gavin without his goggles as well, going to push for this last 75 meters in this 200 meter backstroke. You can see that he's definitely pushing through this crucial 50 in this 200 meters. Coming in third, we have in lane number 3, and following after is lane number 6.
It's all about how you pace this 200 meter backstroke. This is the most important 50. Karunanayaka now needs a very good underwater to be able to try and catch Hingulwala, also from Sri Lanka Army.
Definitely coming down to this last 25 of this 200 meter backstroke in this men's open category. But I think we will see a very good fight by these two Army swimmers till that last 15 meter mark. However, I do think Hingulwala has it in the bag, and just like that, he hits the board first with the first place with Gavin Karunanayaka.
Well, around 2:26 on the clock when Hingulwala hit the touchpad, and that's a win for him in the men's over 20 200 meter backstroke final. Gavin Karunanayaka in second place, and in third place in lane number 6 it's PVP Hansaka. And we're done with the 200 meter backstroke. We move on into the finals of the 100 meter butterfly of the girls under 11 category. Dahamdi Chanitma Damsandi, Haley Wagisha, Yashaswi Ekanayaka, Chanudi Ratnayaka, Shalani Imara, Linuki Jayakodi, and MSD Vikramanayaka.
Under 1100 meter butterfly starts with a very start swim from these young swimmers. I'm sure they're eager to show why they made it into that final in this 100 meter butterfly. Having swum it in the morning, having pursued it again, definitely tiring for these young swimmers. However, I'm sure they're just as excited as they are tired. In first place for now, we can see lane number 5, Chanudi Ratnayaka, with a close competitor in lane number 4, Yashvi Ekanayaka, fighting for that first position. It will come down to this last 50 meters in this 100 meter butterfly.
And a very good race so far. It's just a 2-lap race, so they have to go all out from here on. These girls really impressing with their strokes in the butterfly.
Definitely going to try and push through that last 25 meters where you feel like your legs are going to fall off. However, they're just going to try not to breathe in that last 15 meters and push through. And just like that, lane number 5, Chanudi Ratnayaka, pulling through to secure that first place position, but coming in from right behind her is Yashvi Ekanayaka.
Well, first on to the touchpad and to win this girls under 11 100 meter butterfly finals. In lane number 5, it's Chanudi Ratnayaka, and closely in second, Yashaswi Ekanayaka.
And Shalini Imara coming in third for this girls under 11 100 meter butterfly final.
on to the boys under 1100 meter butterfly final. Dias, Sejan DT Samaranayaka, Gavara Paranavidana, Ranuka Imal, Tatsilu Veerawansha, Rikita Methul and IA Ekanayaka.
The young swimmers eager to finish off this 100-meter butterfly, definitely want to secure their podium positions, and they're off trying to make sure they get that underwater advantage. Very close after the underwater, but we have lane number 4 slightly pulling ahead, and in the heats as well I think lane number 4 had a slightly faster time, but I'm sure all these swimmers are going to give it their 110% in this final. So we have to see to their last 25 meters.
A strong 50 meter to start things off from lane number 4 and lane number 5. But also closely following in third place is lane number 3. Here's the home stretch.
Lane number 4, Gavara coming in for that first position, but closely fought by lane number 5, Ranuka, with a very steady swim, as well as lane number 3 coming in for that second or third position. I think lane number 5 is slightly pulling ahead now. It's a very close fight for this first place. Coming, deciding factor after that last 15 meters.
It's going to be a call on the touchpad that is going to decide who is going to win this. It's between lane number 4 and 5, Gavara Paranavidana and Ranuka Imal. And it looks like it's lane number 5 with that final stroke. He took a quick short stroke in lane number 5 to win it. We'll wait for official confirmation, but I do think it's Ranuka Imal who wins it, and Gavara Paranavidana comes in second place. Is a replay of that close final. Going in the first split, Gavara Paranavidana took the lead, and it was all square when it came to the 25 meter mark, but from there on, cutting the amount of breaths taken, lane number 5 seems to have come through Ranuka Imal. The girls under 13 100 meter butterfly final. Johansa Attanayaka, Amalmi Liyanage, Liseni Korala, Devki Walpola, Herat, Alena Victoria, Sanuri Hewagama and Siheli Liyanage. We're off in the girls under 13 100 meter butterfly final. Quick off the block in lane number 3 there. Liseni Korala from Colombo International School.
Slightly edging forward is Heran. I think she will go into that first 50, hopefully with the first position, but very close fight for the second and third place by all the swimmers, giving it a very good fight in this 100 meter final for these girls under 13. Touching the touchpad first, I think, was lane number 3, taking full advantage of their underwater kicks. Lane number 3 slightly edging forward with lane number 4 coming close behind her. It's going to be a very close race for this girls under 13 100 meter butterfly final. Coming to that last 25 meters, we have lane number 4, Devki Valpola, slightly edging forward, trying to finalize her pole position in this race. And we have lane numbers 3 and lane numbers 5 fighting for that final podium. And we have Herat coming for that second place position with a very close fight from Listening Korala of CIS.
A good race there from Devki Valpola to win this 100-meter butterfly finals. A very well paced race, wasn't quick off the blocks, but in the end when it mattered, pulling away the girl from Sirimava Bandaranayaka Vidyalaya.
Event number 136, the boys under 13 100-meter butterfly race. Final.
Under 13 100-meter butterfly final, Samaravira Bandara Azmi Rajapaksa Hansira Kottage Navaratna. And in lane number 8 it's Gayashan.
The record for this event is held by Vinara Thalagala with a 1:08 back in 2019. None of the seat times really come close to this, but I'm sure the boys will be pushing through to get their podium positions and maybe hit PBs compared to their heats back this morning.
Looks like it's a very close one to the touchpad at the end of the first 50. It looks like it's lane number 4 that's pulling away and will hit the touchpad first.
Very close competition by lane numbers 3 and 5. Coming into that final 50, definitely going to push through everything they're feeling in this 100-meter butterfly. Very close race by all these swimmers. But definitely lane number 4 keeping that pole position, passing that 25-meter mark.
Setun Rajapaksa in lane number 4 and closely behind him in lane number 5. There is a tussle for second place. It's Senut Hansira and Shohan Samaravira in lane number 1 in this corner as well. But it looks like it's going to be that boy in lane number 5, Senut Hansira, in second place. But a very, very well-timed and well-paced race in lane number 4 from Setun Rajapaksa from Lyceum International School, Nugegoda, winning the boys under 13 100-meter butterfly finals. Here's a replay of that finals. That was the under 13 boys 100-meter butterfly finals. And to take you through the remainder of the day's proceedings, I hand over proceedings to Laksisi and Virun.
Thank you, Avid. As next event we have the girls under 15 100-meter butterfly final. And we are away in this final girls under 15 100-meter butterfly. Veerasinghe Karunaratna, Amarasinghe Kularatna, Samuel Mihansa, Liara and Abhay Vikrama from lanes 1 through 8. And they're off to a flying start. Meet record 1 minute 8 seconds set in 2018 by Anika Ghaffur. Into the final 50 meters. And it looks like in lane number 4, that will be Megumi Kalwaratna, who is in the lead. And it seems that she will go all the way, and not too far behind now in lane number 5.
Elisha Samuel trying to catch up, but it looks like she'll only get second place as Megumi Kularatna touches in at first, Samuel at second, and then lanes 6, 3 and 2. Let's take a look at the highlights from that race once again. It was Kularatna all the way. She held that lead throughout the entire 100 meters. Comprehensive win that time. Held about a 2 body length lead the whole time. And next up we have the boys under 15 100 meter butterfly final. We have Risudhu Fonseca, Abhiman Ranasinghe, HM Hakim, SC Gunatilaka, VO Vijayaratna, Joel Bitar, Nejan Vijay Singh and Aryan Christopher from lanes 1 through 8. And the meet record 59 seconds and 53 micros set in 2014 by Kyle Abesinghe. So this is a record to beat. It will be interesting. As the swimmers take up their positions for the all-important boys under 15 100 meter butterfly finals. The girls race off to a flying start. It was Megumi Kularatna who took that comprehensive win. And we are off. Slow start in lane number 3, but good underwater. Will he be able to catch up? And this so far, no one seems to be in a comprehensive lead, Laksisi, as this is going head to head in those middle lanes.
Trying to create some sort of separation here from Vijayaratna in lane number 5. Gunatilaka, of course, coming in this final with the best timing in lane number 4. But still, it's very, very close to call, as in lane number 6 we have Joel Bitar as well, putting up a really, really good fight. It's a 3-horse race at the moment, but Gunatilaka is increasing that lead, he's increasing that distance, and it's looking more and more likely that Gunatilaka will walk away with the under 15 boys butterfly title.
Yes, he has the best prelim timings as well, and yes, he does touch in first. Gunatilaka rather, he will take the title 1 minute and 5 seconds. So take a look at good underwaters there. Hakim was off to a slow start, couldn't get there, but in lanes number 5 and 6 there was a competition for Gunatilaka. That's VO Vijayaratna and Joel Bitar. But it looks like Gunatilaka will take away that win comprehensively. As next up we have the girls under 17 100 meter butterfly event. We have Vikramaratna, Fonseca, De Silva, Jayasundara, Satsarani, Suryarachi, Vijay Singh and Tambidore with the record meet 1 minute and 7 seconds not too long ago, kept in 2024 Laksisi by Chanudi, and they'll be looking to beat this meet record.
And you look at the timing, Senru Jayasundara in lane number 4, of course the favourite, but Anjali Satsarani and Kanesha De Silva will definitely have a part to play in this final of the under 17 butterfly event, girls butterfly event. As you can see, it's a very, very close start between nearly all the contestants in this final, and kick things off, it's actually Netuli Fonseca who has the lead in lane number 2. A very, very strong start from her, but it's all about how they finish this race. We don't because in the first 50 meters you might have the lead, but when it comes to the last 50 you might even end up taking that last place as well. We have seen that happen in this 100 meter event because it's that close. It's not a lot of distance, so it's really, really close between everyone, and at the moment it's really hard to tell which one will walk away with the win.
Absolutely. But it looks like in lane number 3, Kanisha De Silva is also giving a great fight there. It's those mid lanes now. It's lanes 3 and 4 going at it. And like you said, you have to give it your all in these 100 meters. You can't be pacing yourself out. Just got to put your head down and go at it. And now, look at that. In a lane number 4, Senru Jayasundara, the favorite, like you said, Laksisi, has taken the win. And then it's lanes number 5 and 3, Anjali Satsarani and Kanisha De Silva touching in at 2nd and 3rd.
As I mentioned, Netuli Fonseca had the lead at the end of that first lap, but when the race ended, it was Senru Jayasundara, Anjali Satsarani and Kanisha De Silva who had the first 3 spots. So a very good event, a very good final, that one. All of them win their all, and it was a very, very close race. We might see a lot of these sort of races because, as I mentioned earlier as well, 50 meter races and 100 meter races tend to produce a lot of close finishes.
Definitely. And let's take a look at some lovely highlights from that race and move on to the boys under 17 100 meter butterfly. We have from lanes 1 through 8, VT Elisha, MS Hashinsha, Senru Fernando, Jaden De Silva, AIM Hatim, MA Abdur, Ditya Veer and Mark De Silva. And that meet record, none other than Kyle Abesingh with 57 seconds, 0.52 micros.
When you look at the timings, Jaden De Silva, 1 minute and 83 micros. That's the timing from Jaden De Silva. So a huge gap when you look at the meet record, 57.52 from Kyle Abesingh. Of course, Kyle Abesingh was in a class of his own, so it's not easy to match someone like that. But still, they'll definitely want to better this timing coming this final. Jaden De Silva, of course, the favorite once again, and Hatim and Senru Fernando, of course, there and thereabouts. And Abdul Rahman in lane number 6 also has a very close timing to Senru Fernando. So all 4 of them will definitely vie for that first place.
Absolutely. Jaden De Silva and AIM Hatim. Hatim from Lyceum International School, Nugegud. He's another swimmer who has shown a lot of promise from his young ages. And it'll be interesting to see how this race pans out, Laksisi. As the swimmers get ready for this all-important under 1700 meter butterfly. We saw some lovely races in this butterfly event earlier as well. The girls under 17 and the boys under 15 going neck on neck. And that's good to see the competition between these young swimmers just pushing each other along and improving swimming in Sri Lanka as a whole.
And these are the future stars of Sri Lankan swimming. We don't the swimmers who can win Sri Lanka medals in the international stage in the upcoming years. So we have 4 more events to go after this. And after that, that will be the end of day number 1. And here we go. It will be Jaden De Silva, or will we see Senru Fernando, or Hatim, or even Abdul Rahman taking that top spot in the under 17 boys butterfly finals.
Yes, all to swim for these young lads as they get things going. They come to the end of that first 50 meter. It's lane number 4, Jaden De Silva, the favorite. Lovely turn there, look at that. He seems to be well ahead of everyone else, but not too far behind. In lane number 5, it's AIM Hatim. So those timings in the prelims really showing what the competition is out there.
0.95 micros, the difference between these two, and it's clearly showing how the final 20 meters so is setting up. But looks like Jaden De Silva will ultimately walk away with the title of the boys under 17 butterfly event.
Yes, and on our unofficial clocks, it looks like 58 seconds, 0.8 micros. It's quite close to that record, Laksisi, and he'll be hoping that on the official clock, he might be even closer. Take a look at that. Got a really good turn off the wall that time. Jaden De Silva and Hatim is trying to catch up to him the entire race, just about a half a body length behind after that first turn. And we'll be moving forward to the girls under 20 100 meter butterfly. We have Pereira, Agalawatta, Gamage, Seniviratna, Kalavitigoda, Melegoda, Nandasoma and Vijay Singha from lanes 1 through 8. The record the record timing rather, 1 minute 4 seconds 0.58 micros, set by Anika Ghafoor. So once again, the girls under 20 100 meter butterfly event, another event that is looked forward to by all these swimmers, Laksisi.
Anika Ghafoor, of course, someone who represents Sri Lanka, and Jessie Seniviratna, of course, the firm favourite here when you look at the timings. 1 minute and 8.46 seconds her timing in that heat, and Dinagi and Tenushi Kalavitigoda, both of them around 5 seconds behind. So let's see whether they can change things around. Otherwise, from the current sort of data that we have, this might very well turn out to be a one-sided final.
Yes, so far we saw the data that we've given from the prelims being quite accurate, but early on during the heats we saw the seed times and the actual times that they did place in the heat was quite different, and we saw some of the slower times that we had in the seeds being much different during the heat. But it looks like in lane number 4, that's Jessie Seniviratna with the clear time lead, about 5 meters between the first and second place, and then it's Tenushi Kalavitigoda who is in second place, and Jessie Seniviratna, will she go for a personal best here? Yes, she will on our unofficial clocks. 1 minute 5 seconds 0.94 micros, and in second place it's Tenushi Kalavitigoda. So the timings that we have here seem to be quite accurate. Take a look at that underwater by Jessie Seniviratna. She kept that lead throughout the race, the first 50 meters as well, about 2 body lengths, and then she had about a 5 meter lead all the way through that second 50 meter, and just kept on motoring ahead through this race. And next up we have the boys under 20 100 meter butterfly, another event that everyone is looking forward to watch. We have Arafat Dinel, Nivadagala Mohammed, Vijay Sundar, Prabhashwara, Wattarantena and Dinuka from lanes 1 through 8.
Mohammed with the better timing, 57.75 seconds. But Yashit Vijay Sundar not far behind, 59.34 seconds in that heat. So let's see. Those are the only sub 1 minute swimmers from the heats. The moment Mohammed, of course, in that first place, but Vijay Sundar not far behind as we get closer towards the final 25 meters of this boys under 20 100 meters butterfly event. Mohammed is strengthening his grip to take that first place, and with the gap he has created, it's fair to say he will make sure that he clinches the first place, while Vijay Sundar will have to settle with the second place.
Yes, and Mohammed as well might be a few micros under his timing in the prelims, Once again, a good sign to see. But that record as well, the meet record held by none other than Matthew Abesinghe. That's a regular thing that we see between these meets, Laksisi, and those two brothers were miles above everyone else during their time.
But the good thing, Muhammad actually not far behind from the unofficial timings. Of course, we have to receive the official timings, but a good swim from Muhammad and this boys under 20 butterfly final. So coming up, the final two events, the women's 20 and over 100 meter butterfly event. We have only 4 contestants. Samdini Tennakon, Samodya Bandulasena, Via Disanaka and Selni Sinetya. Samodya Bandulasena, of course, the golden lane in lane number 4, 1 minute 14.12 seconds. And the games record belongs to Seneshi Herat, the sister of Shenali Herat, who was part of our commentary team, head of swimming at the Papare as well. So the games record 1 minute 9.07 seconds.
Yes, a lot of pedigree in those names. Laksisi, the Herat family, quite good swimmers, and that record held not too long ago in 2023, and that's always good to see that these records have been held just a few years back. And for this race, we will be having just the 3 swimmers. Yes, and it's lanes 3 and 4 who seem to be going head to head. That's Sandani Tennakon and Chamodya Bandulasena. And Chamodya does have the better timing in her seed time. This was a straight final, Laksisi. We didn't have any heats for this. So all we have is the seed time, not the prelims. As lane number 4, it's Chamodya Bandulasena who is taking the lead now. She seems to be cruising along. Yes, and she will comfortably get there and take that first place. 1 minute 18 seconds, 0.09 micros. And in second place, it's Disanayaka, Via Disanayaka, and it will be Sandani Tennakon in the third place. As we take a look at those highlights from the penultimate race for the first day of the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships 2026. We'll be moving forward to the men's 20 and over 100 meter butterfly event, the final event of the day. And it will be Kavisha Tenuvara, Matthew Kure, Malik Tambidore, Gavin Karuranayaka, another Papare commentator that we've had up here, Senitha Tenuvara, R.W. Abesinghe, and D.H. Ruan Srilal. And that meet record also held by Matthew Abesinghe in 2016, just 54 seconds, 0.33 micros.
Another record set a decade ago. Not easy to break those records. Not a surprise that nearly all of the records from the age categories under 13 and above belongs to Matthew and Kyle Abesinghe. Gavin and Senitha Tenuvara, of course, with the better timings, but Gavin Karuranayaka slightly behind in this final, as Senitha Tenuvara has taken the lead, as Gavin is actually currently in that third, fourth spot, and Malik Tambidore, he has managed to take that second place for the moment. It's a very, very close race between Tambidore and Tenuvara, as Gavin Karuranayaka continues to fall back behind.
Yes, absolutely. And in lane number 5, it will be Tenuvara who will be touching in at first place, and lane number 3, it's Tambidore, and lanes number 6 and 4 will follow on through that. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the final race of the day. So good scenes here, and a couple of lovely races we've seen throughout the day, from the heats to these finals. Laksisi, it's been incredible to watch the future of swimming in Sri Lanka, and all the live action on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare. We'll be live streaming the rest of the 4 days as well, and plenty of action on the Dialog TV channel number 20, the Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com.
Now we're just getting started, Virun. 4 more days of some breathtaking action coming your way, breathtaking swimming action coming your way on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare. So it's been a very, very long first day, and I'm quite sure the remaining 4 days will be like this as well. A lot of interesting action, a lot of new faces that we will see, a lot of new stars who will make a name for themselves in the upcoming 4 days. So hope that all of you will join with us in the upcoming 4 days as well. As Virun mentioned, stay tuned to Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare on Dialog TV channel number 20, Dialog Play App, and ThePapare.com. So thank you very much everyone for joining with us throughout day number 1 of the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championship 2026. Hoping to see all of you tomorrow as well. Have a very good night.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉස්දින්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.